I'll be discussing the book, A Note from the No-Fire Zone by Kass Ghayouri. As stated earlier, I'll be discussing Chapter 6, and the three elements of literature I'll be focusing on is the theme, the characters, and the setting. The image that encapsulates the chapter the best is this photo, which depicts a man pushing a boulder uphill. This symbolizes Dr. Varatharajah's uphill battle he had faced ever since he worked for the hospital in Ichihimampatu. And now, not just through Chapter 6, but the entire book, the odds were almost always not in his favor. His uphill battle consisted of factors such as the rundown hospital building, a lack of equipment, very few doctors, defying the odds when it comes to saving lives, and the shelling and destruction of the makeshift hospital he had built. One of the characters is the protagonist, Dr. Varatharajah himself, a doctor who worked to alleviate pain and suffering in the war zone in Sri Lanka. Altruism was inherent in his nature, and it showed his strong commitment to excellence, as he would do anything and everything to try and keep Tamil civilians alive, yet demanded nothing in return. His altruistic behavior is displayed throughout Chapter 6, as he would work through even the worst of conditions in order to keep patients alive, like he did with the woman who had the asthma attack. Even though she threw up all over him, the sheer disgust of that incident did not get in the way of Dr. Varatharajah in order to save her life. His altruism doesn't stop there, as the hospital that he is working at is located in the middle of nowhere, has a very short amount of doctors working there, and is very run down. He then decides to try and spruce up the hospital and have it function properly, since it was missing vital items needed to run a hospital. The next topic I'll discuss is the theme. Multiple themes are present in Chapter 6, but there are two that are the most prominent, one of them being heroism. Dr. Varatharajah was fighting a losing battle. The woman with the asthma attack had stopped breathing completely, and it looked like her time was up. He then wanted her transported to another hospital, presumably one of the better facilities. He then gets the woman into the ambulance, and they then speed off as he desperately tries to keep the woman from dying. All while bombs go off as they drive, he miraculously gets the woman to start breathing again, essentially bringing her back from the dead. He was regarded as a hero. The ambulance driver and the other doctor were praising him for his heroic acts, and rightfully so. The second theme is suffering. Although Dr. Varatharajah has done all he could to fix up the hospital, whether it's sprucing the place up, making sure his patients are being taken care of to the best of his abilities, or even training more staff so the hospital can run efficiently, all of it then goes to waste. After the LTTE had closed the river for transportation reasons, the Sri Lankan government demanded it to be opened. The LTTE refused, and both sides then decided to bomb each other. Unfortunately, the hospital was not too far from the river that was being hit by the bombs. After the hospital was caught in the crossfire during the shelling from the Sri Lankan government, which was supposedly targeting the LTTE, the entire hospital was brought down to rubble, and Dr. Varatharajah just witnessed countless deaths of Tamil civilians because of it. The final topic is the setting, which tells us where the story is taking place. The setting of Chapter 6 takes place at the Ichihimampatu Hospital, which is described to be in the middle of nowhere and is very remote since very few doctors work there. Later on, Chapter 6's setting ends up being in the ambulance, where Dr. Varatharajah ends up saving the woman with the asthma attack. After this, the story setting then goes back to the hospital that the doctor had built, but instead this time it is destroyed and left in pieces thanks to the shelling from the Sri Lankan government.
Thank you.